Hey guys, welcome back. This is just going to be a quick one. I'm making this video partly because I just got a new camera and I want to test it out, and partly because there was some interesting things that happened at the weigh-ins this morning, and I think it's going to affect some big fights. So let's talk about it. So the biggest thing, Anthony Smith ended up missing weight by about a pound and a half before coming back an hour later and making weight. So I believe that fight is going to go ahead as usual. Anthony Smith is going to be considered as making weight, but that's not a good indicator for Anthony Smith's performance going into this fight, right? And I did choose Dominic Reyes coming in. Since then, I've seen Anthony Smith at media talking about how his friend, his coach died. And yeah, I feel bad for him, right? Anybody would. It sucks, it's unfortunate, but it's also concerning for this fight because he said coming into this fight, he's not really focused on the fight. He didn't exactly say that, but that's kind of what he was getting at. He said he doesn't really feel like being here, and that's understandable, right? But it's also not conducive to winning a fight against a good younger guy like Dominic Reyes that most people, including me, were already choosing to beat him. Then he comes in to weigh-in day, misses weight, does eventually correct it, but again, that's not a good sign that Anthony Smith is going to be at his physical or mental best, right? So I'd say if you're a betting guy and you have the money, put the house on Dominic Reyes, especially following all of this today. Genuinely, it looks like it might be towards the end of Anthony Smith's fighting career. If he loses this one, maybe one more, and he's probably going to retire. It's sad. He had a lot of good fights. He had a long career, but it just seems like his heart isn't in it anymore. Don't blame him, but don't pick a fighter whose heart isn't in it. And then another thing I wanted to talk about, Asakura obviously has been fighting at bantamweight lately. This is his first flyweight fight in a while. He made weight. Pantoja also made weight. Asakura looked extremely drawn on the scale. He looked extremely cut. And I saw a lot of people worried about this, saying he looks worse than Conor McGregor did at 145. I don't think so. I don't think it was that bad. Like, you saw even leading into the fight, like his training camp pictures, he looked extremely cut, extremely lean, skinny. I think that's just who he is. That's just the way his body is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Like, he looked gaunt up there. His cheeks looked sagged in, but he didn't necessarily look all that tired, all that upset. Obviously, you're going to try to hide that as much as you can, but I don't think this is a big thing to worry about going into the fight. I don't think this is something that was really unexpected. When you're a bantamweight, you're going to struggle to make 125. Cutting weight's even harder for those little guys. They don't have as much fat on their body to cut. They don't have as much fluid within their body to cut. So yeah, Asakura did look like he looked like he cut a lot of weight. He looked like it affected him, but not like he's going to be badly affected by that going into this fight. And then we had Shavkat and Ian both make weight pretty quickly, pretty easily. Shavkat was one of the first on the scales. He looks good. Their face-off last night, he looks a lot bigger than Ian Gary. Ian Gary's listed as 2 inches taller than him. That's not true. They're the same exact height. Shavkat, much bigger head, bigger neck, wider shoulders, probably bigger legs too, bigger waist, bigger body, bigger chest. Yeah, so I think the idea of Shavkat having a big strength advantage going into this fight, that looks even more so now. I would say this is definitely kind of reaffirming my Shavkat pick. That's another one I'm feeling good about. Other than that, I don't think anybody really oh, that's what it was. Bryan Battle ended up missing weight by 4 pounds, and he looked really bad out on the scale. Now, man, missing weight by 4 pounds isn't a good look, but like I saw that video of him at heavyweight. He looked huge. I think that was real. I think that was a real video of him. But Yeah, but out on the scale, it didn't look like he had a lot of extra fat to cut. Maybe a little bit. I don't think making 170 is going to be a big issue for him going forward. And if it is, I'm not sure he's big enough to compete at the top level at middleweight, right? That's kind of a big jump from 170 to 185. Most of those, like Dricus du Plessis, walking around as a heavyweight sometimes. So I'm hoping Bryan battle. I'm hoping this fight will go on because this is too good of a fight to miss out on. That would be a big hit to the card, especially with the hype that Bryan Battle has right now and the fighting style of Randy Brown along with Bryan Battle. That would suck to miss out on this fight. But yeah, I don't think this will be too much of a concern for Bryan Battle going forward because he's already not the biggest welterweight. He's tall, but he's not all that big, like, around. So, yep, I just wanted to talk about some of those things, maybe giving us a little bit of a new perspective on some of these fights tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like. Subscribe if you like. I'll be posting videos all about UFC 310 tomorrow and the few days afterwards. Then we'll get right into the Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley stuff. Then some end of the year stuff. And yeah, I'm excited to keep working on this stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.